Hi everyone, it's Macy with Twin Fringe, and in this video I am going to be learning how to make a DIY fiber art chandelier using two lampshades that I have here. What I really love about this project is that for you crafters at home, you will have creative freedom to make this project your own. I have never made this project before, so I am going to be learning alongside you guys in this video. And hopefully you can learn from some of my mistakes and successes and be able to make your own chandelier by the end of the video. All right, let's get started. The first thing you're going to need for this project is two identical lampshades like I have here. They really don't have to be any specific size or shape, but whatever you find fitting for your chandelier. So this is the shape that I'm going for. I'm putting one lampshade upside down, and this is the general shape for my project. This doesn't have to be an expensive project at all. You could just upcycle some lampshades you already have, or go to a thrift shop and find some matching lampshades there. The next step is totally optional, and that is removing one of the spiders from your lampshade. Now the spider is this piece right here at the top of your lampshade, and that is for your lighting hardware, but you only need one spider for this chandelier. So I'm just going to remove one of them and keep the other still attached to the lampshade. Like I said, it's totally optional. It's just a cosmetic thing, so if you don't want to remove it, then just leave it there. All right, so now I'm going to use bolt cutters to cut the spider off of this lampshade. And now it looks like this. So you can see that it left these little nubs on the lampshade. So I'm actually going to grind that out with an angle grinder. Again, these are all totally optional steps. Just do what you can. If you don't have these tools, then just do not worry about it. Now I'm just going to add a few coats of paint to the frame using this gold spray paint that I have here. I think the gold will pair nicely with the rope that I'm using, which is an off-white color. All right, the two frames are now painted gold and they're all dry. So now it's time to attach the frames together. So my approach is I'm actually going to be welding the frames together. That's just the way I want to go about it. But for you guys at home, I'm sure you probably don't have access to a welder. So what you can do is you stack the two frames on top of one another and make sure the lines meet up. And then you can take rope and tie a knot and then wrap it all the way around this middle section, tying the two pieces together. Or you could also use really strong glue if you have that at home. But it's time for me to get welding. I just finished up welding my frame and I'm so excited with how it's turning out already. So now it's time to put some rope on it. For this project, you really can use whatever kind of fiber you want, but I am choosing to use 3mm cotton cord from Finely Twined Fibers. You should definitely check her out. She is based out of Kentucky and she has a lot of really great fibers. All right, time for the fun part. Let's put some rope on this. So all I did was I cut about 6 arm spans worth of rope here and I gathered it. And this part is really so simple. All you do is you pick one of these pieces of steel here and you tie an overhand knot. I'm gonna make it a double knot actually. Tie it nice and tight. And And then we're gonna go over the next spindle here and around, over and around. It's really that simple. And we're just gonna keep doing this. Make sure there's some tension. And then once you get to the first part where you tied the overhand knot, you just go a little bit further down. I'm gonna leave a little bit of space in between each row just so you can see some light shining through the fiber. And that's really it. I mean, that's what we're doing for the whole light. So just continue doing this. It will be pretty time consuming, but it's worth it. I really don't know how much rope I'm going to use, but I know I'm gonna have to cut quite a few more pieces than what I currently have. So actually I'm noticing I don't have to leave a space in between each row here, because wrapping it around, you can actually put it right up against the previous piece of rope and it leaves a nice gap already. So I'm just gonna continue with this method all the way down. All right, I just wanna give you a little bit of a close up here. So this is where we started at the top and we did a double overhand knot. And we've just been going over and around each spindle here. So then I got to the end of my rope. I got this far in it. And all you have to do is, I'm gonna trim these up eventually, but all you have to do is just cut more rope and do another overhand knot and continue going all the way around it. The piece has been completely wrapped in rope, so now I'm just adding a layer of fringe to this inner circle here. And how I'm doing that is I'm cutting a lot of 9-inch pieces of rope and I'm doubling up on the pieces of rope. So I'm using 2 pieces here and I'm attaching them to the frame using a lark side knot. And that creates this nice textured fringe on the middle section of this frame. And then all I do is I use a pet brush here. It's a wire brush, and then I just brush it out and it creates this really soft, fluffy fringe. It does take some time to brush it out and get it really fluffy. So be patient with this part because it might take a while. I just finished up the chandelier and I'm so excited to share it with you. So here it is. I absolutely love how this piece turned out. It has this really nice, modern, simplistic feel to it because of the straight lines, but then a touch of boho flair with the soft, fluffy fringe. So overall, I estimated that I used about 430 feet of 3mm cotton rope. So all that's left to do is install it. This is the hardware that I have chosen to use to install my chandelier. I was able to find all of this at my local hardware shop, so this should be pretty easily available for all of you as well. I do recommend that if you are unsure of how to install a chandelier, that you hire an electrician to do it so that you know that it is done properly. And here it is. I absolutely love how this piece turned out. And what I truly love about this piece is that I used 2 old lampshades to create something totally unique and new. If any of you at home try out this tutorial, I would love to see your finished piece. Please tag me on Facebook and Instagram at Twin Fringe so I can check it out. If you are interested in purchasing this chandelier or any of my other lights, please visit my website at www.twinfringe.com. I also take custom orders, so feel free to shoot me a message on my Facebook or Instagram page. Thanks for watching, everyone, and take care.